Grand Theft Auto 4 created a whole new level for free roaming video games today. So what can we expect to the sequel? Well, I'm going to let you guys know what I think's coming. This is Gamer Talk. If you're a subscriber of mine, you're probably thinking, DippaReviews, what is this? This isn't Back to the Future. Yeah, I know it's not Back to the Future, but I realized 99% of my videos have been Back to the Future. I've done like 3 videos so far that haven't been Back to the Future. And I don't want to do just Back to the Future. Don't get me wrong, Back to the Future the game has a special place in my heart, and I will always be doing videos on that as the episodes come out. But in the meantime, I want to do videos of other stuff. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite gaming franchises, Grand Theft Auto. And the last Grand Theft Auto game on a home console was Grand Theft Auto 4. And Grand Theft Auto 4 created an entirely new level for next generation free roaming console games. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on what I think Grand Theft Auto 5 should have.
Screwing around, don't get up!
When we think of a new Grand Theft Auto game, the first thing everyone wants to know is, where's it going to be set? What's the city going to be? Grand Theft Auto 4 was set in Liberty City, and they did a fantastic job of creating the city. But there were a couple of things I didn't like about Liberty City. One thing was, it was just a city. There was no real variety in the city. Take Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for an example. I love this game. This is probably my second favorite Grand Theft Auto game, behind Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had the 3 major cities, Los Santos, San Fierro, and Las Venturas, and it also had the desert and the outback forest. And it was really good because it gave you a sense of variety in the scale and all of your free roaming world. It felt all brand new, and Liberty City didn't feel like this. It felt just the same as you traveled through the city. Now don't get me wrong, I love Liberty City, but I would like a bit more variety in the next Grand Theft Auto game, which is what is making me want the next Grand Theft Auto game to be set in San Andreas. Imagine that, a reimagining of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with the Grand Theft Auto 4 engine. It would be awesome, wouldn't it? I think the next Grand Theft Auto game will be set in a reimagining of Vice City or San Andreas, or it could be an entirely new city. Just think of the possibilities if they did an entirely new city. They could do what they did with San Andreas, make an open world that has nothing like it has ever been done before. San Andreas was one of the original cities that they had, except the way that they did it on the PlayStation 2 was totally unique from anything that had been done before. This is what I hope they will do for the Grand Theft Auto 5 city. My predictions, because of the amount of fanfare, I am thinking it will be based in San Andreas, or a new one. I don't think it will be a reimagining of Vice City, but who knows. One feature that wasn't in Grand Theft Auto 4, but I'm really hoping is in Grand Theft Auto 5, is co-op. Co-op would be absolutely fantastic for a Grand Theft Auto game. Imagine that, going through all the story missions, fighting with your friends. That would be awesome. With Grand Theft Auto 4, they set a new tone in the game. They created Grand Theft Auto 4 on realism. They tried to make everything as realistic as possible. That's awesome, I love the realism, but Grand Theft Auto 4 isn't realistic in a sense. Since when do you have guys shooting up going throughout the city a million times a day? I love the realism in Grand Theft Auto 4, but I would love to see a few extra things put in. For example, I'd like to see them bring back planes. Planes were left out of GTA 4. I like the helicopters, but planes were so much fun to play around with in San Andreas. They really do need to bring that back, which is why I'm thinking if they use a big open world with desert and forest and not a big open city, it would make more sense to put in planes as well. I can see why they didn't put in planes in the big city, because they were going for that tone of realism. I can see why they did that. One major thing that they didn't put in Grand Theft Auto 4 that I was so disappointed with was the customization. You can customize Nico's clothing. That's about it. In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, there was so much customization. He could get fat, he could get muscly, he could change his clothes, he could change his hair, he could change his tattoos. You could do everything with him. It was so awesome, the amount of customization that CJ had, and I really want them to bring that back, because there was so much things you could customize in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It was absolutely amazing. In the news story for Grand Theft Auto 5, I would really like to see more of those decision making. In Grand Theft Auto 4, you got to choose whether to deal or to revenge. It was a good or bad option. You got to choose who you want to kill. I would like to see more of those options in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I would like to see them have more ramifications for your actions. In Grand Theft Auto 4, nothing really much happened in terms of story. For example, if you killed Playboy or Dwayne, there wasn't really that much difference in terms, well, there wasn't any difference in terms of the story. Nothing really happened. You did get some rewards on both sides, but in terms of the story, nothing happened. And that's the same with a lot of the just random characters that you have to kill in Grand Theft Auto 4. In terms of the story, it might change a few lines of dialogue, but nothing really huge happens. I would like to see some major plot twists. Like if you choose a certain thing, you go down an entirely different pathway. They did this with the ending, but there was only 2 different endings and both of them ended badly. I would love to see if there was multiple pathways you could go down and the game would play out entirely different if you go back to the start, and the story would play out entirely different if you made different choices. I would love for them to do something like that in Grand Theft Auto 4 because it would add so much more innovation into the story. It would be fantastic. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough about Grand Theft Auto today. Please let me know in the comment sections down below what you want to see in Grand Theft Auto 5. Anyway, this is DippaReviews. I hope you enjoyed Gamer Talk for this week. I'll have a new episode up next week, and I'll see you guys next time. And if Back to the Future Citizen Brown comes out, I will be making videos for that immediately. So stay tuned and have a great day.